Let's take the broader view here, Mr. Burke. When we look at an anti-establishment moment with Jeremy Corbyn on Bond Street, at the same time, there's a booming luxury business, isn't it? Yeah. In your experience running Bergdorf for years, is the polarity that we see within the world right now something you've seen before?
Well, we haven't seen it be pronounced quite as much as it is right now, but there's certainly that luxury sector, and London is kind of a mecca of people that have moved there, that have parked their money there, bought the real estate, and buy luxury goods.
Are your global cities that you consult to, New York, London, Paris, and others, and of course with the sanctions in Moscow and that, the global cities you consult to in luxury, are they removed from their own countries?
You know, I think that because people travel so much, have multiple homes, they're not necessarily wed just to their city. I mean, certainly we've seen a slowdown in tourism here in the U.S., and particularly in New York, due to Russia, due to Brazil.
So your
China.
Industry is living the global slowdown.
Yeah, and I think it has a global impact. It's not a regional or a country impact.
One of the hard things about understanding China right now is getting really good data. Everybody has their own favorite indicators. When you look at your markets in London and New York, what can they tell us about China?
Well, we're seeing Chinese tourism, but not the kind of Chinese tourism that we saw a year ago, 2 years ago, and certainly not the type of purchasing that we saw. So, you know, we saw a major increase really over the last 2.5, 3 years of Chinese getting visas, of traveling and buying, and they wanted to buy abroad because they are traditionally suspicious of counterfeit goods, and they didn't want to buy those in China, which really kind of threw people for a tailspin that had invested greatly in China. Right. So we still think that they want to buy, but obviously the economy.
The other thing you're so good at, I think of Tiffany's in whatever floor it is where they sell silver, that idea of aspirational luxury within the financial crisis, coming out of it, the polarity we see with Jeremy Corbyn or others with luxury, is the aspirational link of fashion still there? That link from the couture like Naeem Khan will join us later, to Bergdorf, to Zara's, etc. Is that link still there within your industry?
You know, the link is definitely there, maybe even more tightly connected than before, because you have a customer that may be trading down if they're not completely comfortable. They're very aspirational, but they may be going to a Zara and going to an H&M and a Uniqlo when they didn't do that a year ago or 2 years ago. So it's all one stream.
Now, Robert Burke with us for